Once cannabis was a target in the so-called war on drugs, and now it's legal in our area and about half the country. Of course, it is big business, bringing in millions of dollars in tax revenue.
As our Casey Nolan explains, a new bill in Montgomery County would help funnel a large chunk of that tax money back to the community, specifically the areas where marijuana most often landed people behind bars before it was legal.
Well, the first thing we have to do is recognize that that is the problem here, right? Where we have a history of the carceral effects of the war on drugs. It was weaponized against especially the Black community.
Including cannabis, says Montgomery County Councilmember Kristen Mink, a drug that once put some behind bars, now bringing in tens of millions in tax dollars for the state of Maryland. As part of the law that legalized recreational weed last year, Annapolis is required to use a percentage of that tax money to invest in the communities most affected by the policing of weed when it was illegal. Montgomery County is expecting roughly $1 million for community programs from the state from just the first 6 months of recreational weed sales.
As we receive those funds, it should not just be folks sitting here in government saying, this is the nonprofit or the organization or the initiative that this should go to. We need to have a body that is made up of members of the public.
Councilmember Mink is co-sponsoring a bill that would set up a citizen commission to decide how the money should be spent.
Getting the right people in those seats who can really do a deep dive into our community-based organizations and provide some clear insights about where they think we can see the greatest return on our investment.
Mink says some counties have already started distributing funds. She hopes Montgomery County can get money in the hands of nonprofits by spring or summer.
Is this enough to make a difference?
You know, $1 million in a year directed towards community-based organizations, absolutely that's going to make a big impact. Does it solve the entire problem? Absolutely not. You know, reparations, repairing the harm that has been done, that is going to be an ongoing process, and this is a very small piece of the pie there, but it's a start.
Casey Nolan, WUSA 9.